Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another episode on my channel here with me, Wonder. Today I'm a little bit late. I meant to film this a few days ago, but that did not happen. So I'm filming the April 2025 wrap up. So as you can see, I did get my hair cut. I got like a lot of it chopped off. It was like all the way down to like almost like small on my back. Got it all chopped off, and it's just really figuring out and seeing how my curls work without all this weight on it. Very much enjoying that. I feel so light. I feel like I could just like float away, and it's amazing. But we will kick off this video with a crafting cast update. So Bestie and I did record 2 episodes that we will be releasing. We are very excited about it. We had so much fun. I am so excited to start this process again. But we filmed 2 episodes. We're going to be releasing those. Tune in, subscribe wherever you choose to listen to your wonderful podcasts. We will continue to do those. We are going to be releasing them on Wednesdays, Witchy Wednesdays. So I hope that you can join us on all of those platforms, and we would love to hang out with you. But so, talk about the card that I had drawn for April of 2025. And I usually will have the card already out and about, but I did not. So the deck I used to do my year ahead cards was a Light Sears Tarot, and the one that was closest to me when I started filming was my mini deck. But we are going to, what is this, Father? Of Swords. Wait, is that it? No, it's 7 of Swords. But as I'm trying to, oh no, there he is. Let's see. So, King of Swords was my card for April. And what I wrote in my little journal here was, you are strong in your convictions and your voice is powerful. You have the confidence to speak up and have others listen. How can you help others step out of the darkness and into the light? How that pertains to this past month. Very much so I have spoken up. My voice is being very heard at work in the corporate, because I'm a corporate girly, corporate work life that I have, but also just restarting Crafted Cast, restarting to get my voice out that way. I have been very consistent with YouTube and posting, and I actually just reached 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much. I was so excited about that. I love that I can spread whatever joy and happiness and knowledge and healing, if that is to be done, to all of you wonderful people. I'm very excited to continue this journey as well. So I have been getting very comfortable in speaking up and letting my voice be heard and saying things with conviction. Now, caveat to that, I have always been able to do that in my private life, but to be able to do it like here on YouTube, to be able to do it at work, that was me stepping out of my comfort zone, and something that I was very nervous about. Even though I've had this channel now for almost 7 years now, I really feel like I'm starting to step into what my voice has always meant to be, and I'm very excited about that. But that was my card. And then, if I don't remember if I've done this on other past wrap-ups, but so in my little tarot planner journal here, each month it does give you spots for, so the energy of the month, which was, you know, the King of Swords for me. Then they give you, you can draw a card overall for love, money, work, health, and spirit. So I did draw all those. I don't know if I want to go into that because some of this is a little, the month of April got a little personal, so I may keep that to myself. Maybe I will start doing that next month. But so that was my card of the month. This planner, though, let me tell you, sometimes it's very hard to get it back into the. Okay. So decks. Next is decks that I used in the month of April. So these decks I used for my weekly pulls. I used them to read for myself, to read for other folks. And as you know, I always, so every month I switch out. I have 3 tarot decks and 3 oracle decks that I have on my desk that I focus on working with in that month. So for the month of April, my oracle decks, let me see here. Not that one. Okay. So my first oracle deck was Raven's Wand Oracle. I hadn't really worked with this deck, and one of my goals for 2025 was to work with decks that I have and that have just been like sitting on my shelf and I haven't really worked with. And this was one of those decks that I was excited to work with. So this is the back. And this oracle deck is like based off of a like world, right? So each of the, this one's stepping away. So each of the images and the people and animals in these cards pertain to that world. I really liked this deck this month. It's very, it was very spot on about some things. Piercing the Mist. So one card I drew this month and I was like, oh dang. Let me find it here. Oh, this is a cool card. Oak Endures. But they have, you know, like intense cards like that. And then they have cute cards like this one, which is Taking to Heart. Oh, this card. So this one is Changing Faces. I drew this card for 1 week in April, and it was very cool. Destroying Angel. So this deck is very cute. It's very cool. It does have some surprises hidden in it, so I was very excited to work with that. I enjoyed it very, very much. So that was Raven's Wand Oracle. Okay. Next oracle that I used was Wild Mystic. This is one of those decks that sometimes people create decks and they make packaging for it and they go a little overboard, right? So this deck is in a box, right? Has the guidebook. Then it's another box that they have in here that houses the cards. So to me, that's going a little overboard. And I'm almost to the point where I'm just going to keep the deck and hardback just like together, because this whole thing is like, I don't know, it's just a little too much for me. But so this is the back of these. They're very shiny. They are very lightly gilded. It's not like a bright gold. It's more like a bronzy gold color. Very cute. And as you could probably tell, all the cards are very black, gold, and white. And they have a keyword up at the top along with an animal. I do always try to have at least one animal oracle, one herbal oracle, and then one just like in general oracle. I try, unless, you know, one just calls out to me to use. This deck I had also never really used. I bought it, sat it on my shelf, and then I didn't really use it. So I figured it called out to me for this month. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. See, like I mean, the aesthetic of the box is cool and I appreciate it because it has, you know, the cool little things on them, but I just don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Third oracle deck I had was Call of the Morgan. I've shown this deck a few times since I received it in the Page of Cups quarterly. I don't know why I said it like that. Quarterly, but these are the backs. I really like this deck. So I do, as you know, I do have a deck that I use to communicate with the Morgan, but that's the only purpose I had that deck for, is to communicate with her. So to have another deck that's like Morgan-esque, that I can use to work with outside of just communicating with her, I was very, very excited to get. Fun fact, in our first episode of the new Crafting Cast, I talk about the Morgan and my relationship with her. I love the artwork in this. It's very cool. Love this deck. I like this box because it's very just like, cards go here. Also, the guidebook is like really long. So I don't know how I feel about guidebooks that are like that, but it's okay. Okay, tarot decks that I used for the month of April. Number 1, the Herb Crafters Tarot. I have really fallen in love with this deck. I love herbs and I love learning new associations for herbs. And when someone creates a deck where they pair an herb with the card, it makes me, number 1, think of the herb in a different way, but also the card. So this is the backing. It's berry, fruit, and leaves, and there's butterflies and some bottles. So this is a very herb-centered deck. There's not a lot of people in it, and if there is, you know, like this one, it's just like the hands or it's the arm. So it really does focus on the herb or what's being done with the herb. Like this one, the tower is mushroom. Very cute. I really like the artwork. Let me show you one of my favorites. Well, I do like the magician is sunflower. Very cute. I love the ones where there's just like so much going on. Like, look at that. So many bottles and plants, and looks like someone's like knitting or stringing something up, and there's like a little fireplace in the back with a chair and a pillow, and it's just, I love it. So that was, let me put it back Herb Crafters Tarot, artwork by Joanna Colbert, written by Letitia Guthrie. Next tarot I used was the Sassarabito Tarot. I'm probably pronouncing that right because I always call it the Saucy Burrito. The Saucy Burrito Tarot. I love this deck. Number one, very shiny gilded edges. This is the back. This is also a deck that I discovered a long time ago, and I had it on my wish list for so long, and every time I went to buy it, I couldn't find it anywhere until finally, I can't remember when I got it, but it was a few years ago, but I finally got it and I was so excited because this artwork is very me. I think it's so pretty. It kind of really like draws you in. Like, look at that, the Chariot. King of Cups, Six of Swords. I love this depiction of the Six of Swords because they aren't so typically, you know, they're either stabbed into the boat that they are traveling across, you know, the body of water or what have you, traveling across that, or it's just stabbed into. But she is in the water and the swords are pointing up at her, and she is barely above water, trying to get breath. And it makes it seem like if she goes back down, she is going to be stabbed or impaled or hurt or cut in some way by these swords. And so she needs to find a way to stay afloat. I really like that. Justice with the big eyeball. Death. Love this deck. The Saucy Burrito. And last deck I used in the month of April was the Green Witch Tarot. I have had this deck for a very long time. I haven't used it in quite a few years, but pulled it out, worked with it, and still love it. This is the backing. A lot of people will probably recognize that backing. Number one, no borders, which y'all know I love. It is a very green, like nature witch type of situation that's going on in these cards. People are very jovial, and except for this guy. He looks a bit worried. And then the lovers are the Lady and the Lord. I don't know why I keep going into that weird accent. Eight of Athames. So very cute, very witchy nature vibe going on with this deck. I highly recommend it. I love having it in my collection. This is a deck that I will never get rid of. So those were the decks that I used in the month of April. Now are the decks that I got in the month of April. I only purchased 3. Which, now that I say that, you know, I tend to always find a reason to purchase a new tarot deck. But one of these I got because I saw it on a video, and I can't remember what video it was on YouTube, but first one is the Unveiled Tarot. I love this deck so much. I've already been using it for like personal readings and things like that. This deck to me is very easy to intuitively read, because, and let me just show you here. So like the Hermit, I need to set these cards down because she is also like so that's the backing of them. She's thick. So like this one, the Hermit, you see it's a busy street, right? And the usual Hermit card is right there. So the Hermit in this situation, the lamppost is still there, but in this situation, it's showing us, you can be alone or lonely, alone on your own path, on your own journey, and still be surrounded by people, and that it's your choice when you choose to engage with those people, whether you choose to continue to ignore them, whether they choose to approach you and talk to you and to get you out of your solitude. Most of the people that are in this card that are surrounding the Hermit, they don't really look like the type to want to strike up a conversation with somebody, but so very cool. Let's see, let's find another one. Oh, Two of Pentacles. So we have a mime here who is juggling. He has coins, but in that little box is, I don't know if you can see it, but that is a grenade. So he's juggling one coin, one pentacle, and a grenade. Like this one, the Moon. So you have, the kind of the typical moon, but then you see she's in a bed and she's dreaming and she's, doing all the things that people, well, some of the things that people do under the moon. Let's see. Two of Swords. It's like you're on a big chessboard. Ten of Cups. So you have the happy family, rainbows and everything in the middle, but around it is things are dilapidated and falling apart, and it's in black and white, and it's probably not as happy as, it's probably like in reality, it is not as happy as some people would want other people to know and realize, right? Three of Cups, where, that small little thing right there is, the party, and she's hanging out and she has, these connections with people, but she's the one who's stuck afterwards, cleaning up after the party, cleaning up after everything that has happened. So to me, if you like to read reversals, to me, this in the image has the upright and the reversal in it, right? And it very much helps you to just like naturally kind of transition into, for me, to the intuitive. Like if you draw this card and you are focusing on the bigger part of, the picture, that's what you go with. If you focus on that in it, it depends on what you're more drawn to. But this, Three of Swords, little martini. Looks like he's passed out on the table. And then there's also extra cards in here that they created. One is the Mob. I think there's two of them. Two of Wands. It looks like you're on like a game show and you have to choose door number 1 and door number 2. So I love this deck. I can't wait to work with this even more. I did, before I put it away, one of the main reasons that I got this deck. So this deck was created in 2024, okay? Let me find it here. So this is a newer deck. I feel like the images and things like that are very in tune with what is going on in today's, okay, here it is. So one of the main reasons I got this deck was this card, the Fool. And it looks like, you know, like a presidential candidate, and he has the picture of a clown. I love this card. So I love this deck. I can't wait to work with it even more. It brings me joy every time I read, every time I look at it. And that was the Unveiled Tarot by Jesse Lonergan. And it is, yeah, Jesse Lonergan. I thought it had an illustrator, but it did not. Next, these two I got at Books A Million. This next one is Cries of the Souls Oracle, which, as you know, I did an unboxing here recently of Voices of the Souls, or Voice of the Souls Oracle. This is kind of like a companion to it, and I saw it and I was like, I love Voice of the Souls. And so I was like, I have to have this one too. I also like this one because of the color. So this is the backing. And it does have like it looks black, but because the back of the cards are that peachy color, it kind of almost takes that on as well. But so we do have the image, the main little word, but then it does have a little sentence or two on it as well. Like this one is abandonment. It says, everything I give other people, I give myself first. So I am very excited. And so like the Voice of the Souls Oracle, this deck can also be read in multiple ways. And I will be doing a full walkthrough of this deck. Let's see here. So you have the mantra that is under the card itself. Like this one is inhibiting comfort zone. I am courageous and ready to move forward. So you can have the wisdom, which is a message that aims to help you comprehend how that particular block works and the reason for its existence. The supplement, to help you understand, and the warning, which is it aims to help you become aware that it is impossible to escape or completely release your wounds or blocks. And then you have a moving forward message to help you provide, it's like food for thought on what, you know. So this deck would also probably be very good for shadow work. I think so. And then paired with the other one, I'm gonna do that here soon, and I can't wait. So this next one, this was just a silly little deck that I saw. It was only like 10 bucks, but I got it because it was very cute. This is Mushrooms, Daily Doses of Wisdom. And it's just little cards. Comes in a little box. And it is little cards where it's gold edged. On the front is a picture of, you know, some mushrooms, and then on the back is an affirmation. This one says, I am enough. And then you get images of mushrooms, and this one is, I can let go, I can let the past go and move forward. So these are just little daily affirmations for you to, you know, like pull if you want, and to read. This one is, I accept that things I cannot control are out of my control. Very, very cute. So those were the decks that I purchased myself. And then if you watch my unboxing of the Page of Cups Quarterly from the Witch's Moon, you will have already seen, seen this deck that one thing, these cards do not want to go in there very well. You would have already seen this deck, so I won't open it up and flip through, you know, because I kind of did in the unboxing. But this is Tarot of Dragons, very shiny. I'm very excited to work with that as well. Next, my birthday was in the month of April, as well as my partner, Matt. His birthday was in April as well. We had like a birthday weekend and we celebrated with friends, and then we had a little celebration. He got me a few witchy presents, which one of them is this cute little like cauldron that you can do like a simmer pot on, or you know, what have you. He got me that. He got me a new tarot stand for my cards I pull for the week that I like to keep up on my desk. He got me that calendar. You know, we went out to eat and we hung out, we had fun. It was a very good time. Update on my brother and his new baby. Because I am a little later, part of the reason is because the baby is here. She is beautiful. I got to, so she's only like 5 days old. So I got to spend time with her right after she was born, and get hugs and snuggles and kisses, and it's awesome to be an aunt again. I am very excited to watch my brother in this his new form he's about to take on. He is very ready to be a dad, and I'm very excited for him, and I can't wait to watch him on this journey that he is taking. But I'm just so excited. But that was my month of April. I kind of sneaked Caroline in. She was born in May, but it was like May 4th, so it's fine. I'll probably talk about her at the next monthly wrap up. It's okay. But that was my monthly wrap up for April 2025. A lot of tarot decks, but that's okay. You know, not a lot of like mundane things. Just get my hair cut. Still so excited about. See how curly it tends to get. But thank you all for watching. Like I said, I very much enjoy making these videos for you all and sharing my life and my world. I did make a post about if you could ask me anything, what would it be? I've had a couple responses, and they were very, very good questions. I will link the post down below if I can. I think I can. Post down below. So if you want to respond, you can do so. The 2 questions I've gotten so far, I could make a whole video out of each of them. So that's what I might do. And then I will tag, you know, the person who asked the question. But I'm very excited to see what you all have, what questions you'll have for me. And you can ask me anything from tarot witchy, spiritual, daily life. I may choose to not answer if it gets too personal, but you can ask me pretty much anything. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy you did so. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I wish you nothing but blessings and growth, and a good day, good week, good month, good year. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.